Live from TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, welcome to a matinee edition of Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. Today, the Bruins look to make it 4 in a row on home ice as they welcome the Carolina Hurricanes to TD Garden. Hello again, everybody. Along with Andy Brickley, I'm Judd Surratt. Thanks for joining us. When head coach Marco Sturm met with the media before the season, one of the things that he said, Brick, is I'm not going to sit here and tell you we need to be in a playoff spot by November. What I want to see is this team recapture its identity and do it period to period, game to game. And as we hit November, we've certainly seen some progress from the Bruins, but we also need to see some growth.
Yeah, that progress needs to continue, particularly in the defensive part of the game, particularly in their own zone. Understand the system, believe in the system, execute the system. And I think they can do a better job on the flip side of execution, their passing game and playing with their legs. Have that speed game, that pace game. It only works if you execute on the passing side of it. Combine those two elements, the wins will outnumber the losses.
The October schedule for the Bruins was tilted toward the home games. Now as we hit November, that's going to shift to the road.
Yeah, you were kind of hoping that this first month, not knowing, we had so many questions about this team, so many unknowns, we were kind of hoping that you'd come out of it 500 or better. You just missed that mark, but in the 3 losses, and we take a look at the numbers, you know, they're 5-3 in their home games. The 3 losses, they left some points on the table, whether it was Tampa, Florida, Anaheim, games they should have at least got to extra time.
Dump back in, Jeannot with a couple of shots. Jeannot knocking down a couple of players. And we got a little discussion going on between the benches.
Yeah, Jeannot and Kastelic.
And we got an icing call here. Carolina is one of only 2 teams in the league that has not recorded a major penalty yet. The other, the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, you know the changes are coming. And Jeannot's trying to get to the Bruin bench, but he's not going to go without making some contact. There's 1, there's 2, just for good measure. Kastelic comes over, a little bump. Fraser Mitten right there, the whole line. Now that's a quality line change right there. The way he plays.
Up the middle, Jarvis, backhand, Swayman beat him to the post. Up top, here's Ehlers. He'll leave it. This shot hits the post. That's 2 posts for Carolina here in the period. Aho a little disgusted. Jeannot, Kastelic, backhand just wide. Jeannot kind of tuck it in. Anderson still swimming around. Jokiharju shoots, blocked in the slot. Anderson the stop on Kastelic. That puck's still free. Hall just got enough to get it out. Somebody's lost a bucket, by the way. It's in red, and the referee throws it back to the Carolina bench.
Bruins starting to find some rhythm to their offense. They've had opportunities off the rush, and then a great forechecking shift. All kinds of opportunities. Just couldn't get a flat puck in a scoring area in front of Freddie Anderson.
And here's Kastelic, barrels ahead, right circle, backhand, Anderson the stop. Kastelic again. As Svechnikov tried to do his best to come back and hang with the big man.
And a little miscommunication by the Carolina power play. Breakaway chance for Kastelic.
Offside.
It's not a bad move, too. Try to fake the forehand like he was going to go glove side high. There's the miscommunication. Good speed. Fake it up top. Freddie Anderson read it nicely. Gets a good push. He's there early. The block was there. The pad's on the ice. Jarvis had a breakaway one direction. Kastelic the other.
They dig away. 2-on-2, the battle drill down low. 30 seconds left on the Zadorov penalty. In front, Swayman, a point-blank stop. Oh, Blake had him all to himself. And Swayman stones him.
Big-time stop by Swayman. You know, while this scrum was happening right in front of the Zamboni doors, all 4 Bruin penalty killers. Look at the proximity. I mean, you just can't allow that to happen. There needs to be a safety valve that's a little looser, protect the front of the net. And what an opportunity.
This is only Lindholm's 6th game of the season. Had to deal with an injury that he experienced in the home opener in the second game against the Blackhawks. Yoki Haru took a bump, centered out in front, swam in another great point-blank save. Carolina gets the puck back. Here's Riley. Trying to bank it out in front. It's not there. Zadorov now up the wall, and this puck bounces out to center ice. Pastrnak was in the neighborhood. Stahl's going to head off and change. 14 seconds left here in the first. Pastrnak slides his way in. Flipped it to the corner. Walker. Oh, Zadorov nearly had a clean steal. 3 seconds left. 2. Carolina brings it in. And that shot delivered after the horn sounded. And it's going to close out the opening 20. So we're scoreless at the end of one, and both goalies came up with some huge stops.
They really did. Teams created scoring opportunities. Didn't like the way the Bruins defended the top line for Carolina in the opening period. And even though the shots were like 3-1 or 3-2, the ice seemed tilted against the Bruins at the start of the hockey game. You made that point. They start fast, Carolina. But I thought as the deeper we got into that period, Boston had to find some rhythm to their game.
Kasalik will brush it to Janot. Bruins having a hard time breaking out. Long left wing feed, Minton pulls and waits. Kasalik comes barreling in. Shakes off Svechnikov. Kiki rattles it wide. Lindholm shoots, and it's gloved by his former Ducks teammate, Freddie Anderson. Legault. Flip to the corner. Ehlers. Zadorov got in the lane. Rimmed up top. Legault shoots, and Swayman will easily glove that one.
If you're going to use the middle of the ice, that high lob is going to be 100%. I mean, Yoki Haru does not get much on that high lob from deep in his own zone. There's your turnover, the pass from Blake. Hall gets an opportunity coming in off the dot. Another big save by Swayman. Actually made it look pretty easy. You know, if Carolina's going to have that relentless forecheck, the board play has got to be better than it is right now for the Bruins. The wingers got to do a better job along the wall if that's the only outlet for the D.
He's got it. Ahead for Pastrnak. Got a guy in his back. Turns. Shoots. Anderson to save. There's a rebound available. Oh, Pastrnak couldn't get his glove on it.
Good look from Husnadinov, able to find Pastrnak at the offensive blue line.
Now Nikishin with a long drive, and Swayman above the blue paint stops that one. Pastrnak wanted to tee it up, diving to get it away from Martinook. Swayman, his dish deflects to Geekie, hands to Husnadinov, back to Geekie. He'll motor in, left of the net, shoots, Anderson the save. Pasternak's got it, fires, blocked, kicks to the stick. Stripped by Stahl. Bruins have to come back and defend. Here's Svechnikov. Drops the shoulder. Lost an edge. Sent it far side. Chatfield. Chatfield. Kiki trying to pin him. Pasternak's got it. Self-pass. He'll wheel his way out of the line. End of a shift for him. Legault cranked it back to the Bruins line. Aspero up the wall. And Legault will track it down. No icing. That's going to do it for the second period. Well, the Bruins started to push the issue late, but we're still scoreless at the end of 2.
Both teams have found their game ebb and flow back and forth. Both goaltenders unbeatable through 40 minutes. I mean, either team could have the lead with the opportunities that they've created.
And this shot fired. Swayman the stop after Hall got knocked down. Ehlers. 4-on-2 for the Bruins. McAvoy centers, deflected and score! Casey Middlestat just off the far post, chips it home. Bruins 1, Hurricanes nothing.
Middlestat able to protect, play a little D, keep it to the outside, allow the Bruins to get possession of the puck with good coverage in the slot area. And now they're off to the races, trying to create a 3-on-2. McAvoy uses his great speed and a nice pickup of the left skate. Angles the skate blade so he can handle it and move it to the forehand. And even though this pass is disrupted by Walker trying to go tape to tape, it still has enough to get to Middlestad. Great hands. Little chip over Anderson to give the Bruins the lead.
Looked like it slid off the toe of his blade as he was delivering. Lindholm knotted up. Nikishin across. Walker swam in the save, got brushed. He went down. Jeannot one-hands it, let it get by Walker. Got to be careful, he was using that open hand. Trapped by Zacha. Here's Hall. Hall shoots, blocked. Arvidsson might have a step. Arvidsson to the dot. He scores! Bullseye to the top far corner. Bruins 2, Hurricanes nothing.
Well, after inviting Carolina back in your own zone, forwards didn't get open for McAvoy. Now you're going to have to defend, but it's a shot block. And then another little soft, deft pass by Middlestad, who's had a strong game here. He just lays this puck out in front of Arvidsson. Arvidsson's had a number of looks here. He's always shot ready, and he gets this opportunity because Middlestad just lets him skate into it. He keeps enough separation. Would he like to have get to mid-ice? Absolutely. But he knew he couldn't get there in order to get the good release that he wanted, so he stays a little bit wide. But he's got a good enough shot, and certainly an accurate enough shot in this case to beat Freddie Anderson blocker side.
Now Riley with some open ice. In it goes, took a funny hop. Sent out in front, swam in the save. This puck hacked wide. He got trouble down low. McAvoy trying to dive to get it out of the way. Jankowski drags it to the front. Svechnikov knocked off stride. Pustaninov lost his footing. Here's Svechnikov. Svechnikov up top. This shot deflected by Zadorov, back of the net. Oh, McAvoy just crunched Nadeau, back of the net.
Almost looked like Nadeau was trying the Michigan move. Okay, he was trying to corral that puck on the blade of his stick for the wraparound. Not sure if that's what he had in mind, but kind of looked like it.
Bruins take a stick, get it up the wall. Mitten, he'll scoot in. Far dot. Walks in. Center's lost it at the last second. Might have been tugged. Mitten. Kastelik. Jeannot. Team in 4 outings against Florida. Walker knocked down as he tried to field that puck. And we got a hand pass here. And now the tempers start to flare. Zadorov in the middle of that.
Corrali got his right glove up in a hurry.
Eyssimont right there as well.
Yeah, Walker thought what? Cross-check? Yeah, it looked like Corrali getting that little shove with his stick near the boards. He went down, kind of funny. Reaction, I mean, when it happens right in front of your bench, you're going to get a reaction 100% of the time, as well you should. But Corrali tried to get a little separation, got his right glove off quickly.
Linesman got in there quickly. Carolina, not a team that really does a lot of this stuff. The guy who led their team in penalty minutes last year, Andrei Svechnikov, had 59. 3 minutes to go. Here comes Anderson. Empty net. Bruins up 2-0. Here's Nikishin. Fires. He scores. Nikishin blistered one high to the blocker side. And McAvoy is barking at the linesman right now. Bruins 2, Hurricanes 1.
Well, there is a discussion going on by the officials because of what the Bruins, the point that they're raising. But it's an absolute bomb. We just talked about the kid, how impressive he's been this afternoon. He's going to be standing still and tees one up. A little bit of a screen. Nikishin just tees it up, standing still. See if we get a look at... Yeah, but the Bruins wouldn't be arguing a trip to have a conversation with the officials. Don't see anything there in terms of something that would call the play back.
Broken up, pushed out to the neutral zone. Carolina's going to get it back with 34. They flip it back into their own net, and it just goes wide. Hammered in by Ehlers, kicked out by Swayman with 20. Hall in the corner. Around it comes 18. Up top, it's fired. Swayman a stop. That deflected off McAvoy's stick. Middlestat. Now McAvoy. Middlestat with 8. Up the near side. Arvidsson's got it. Flip to the blue line. Nikishin heads the puck. Final. What a wild third period, but Jeremy Swayman and the Bruins come up with a 2-1 victory. Swayman superb today. He stopped 27 of 28, and the Bruins have won 4 of 5. Casey Middlestat got it started. A goal and an assist. Middlestat is 4th, and then he set up Victor Arvidsson as the Bruins are now 7-7 to start the season against a Carolina team that had come in hot.
Put this in the well-earned category of victories this year for Boston. They came in motivated. They had a very good team to play against. Yeah, missing a couple of guys, but that's going to be the case all year long with the compressed schedule. And the Bruins got contributions in role-playing from everybody. And we talked about that top 6, that second line, that Middlestat, Zacha, Arvidsson. They had both goals. An impressive victory, and it all started in goal. Swayman, outstanding.